All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2015. This is your daily Forex trading strategy session. My name is Wayne McDonald. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you for being a client. Tomorrow we have non-farm payrolls. That session will be at fxstreet.com. I think, what is it now? I've done 108, like that. So for the 108th month in a row, I'll be at fxstreet.com for that. So today, we got the ECB meeting minutes and such that have just come out. World's got to digest all of that. But really, I think at the bulk of the day will be preparing for being positioned properly for NFP. I suggest we, instead of doing longer term technical analysis, I think maybe we should just do shorter term. Maybe just do some scalping on, I don't know, with binaries or something like that. Just shoot at rabbits, I guess, which is the opposite story usually, right? Let's shoot at rabbits, if only for fun, right? Oh, but I love rabbits, Wayne. Yeah, well, I like rabbits too. Anybody hungry? So let me remind you that trading and investing, in particular with leverage, is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, never predicts future results. So always stay small and humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford. Fair enough. This is interesting, right? We're hoping oil stays down. And notice that this 786 is held. It's not just a 786, but it's going to be a fib here. So it's a 618 and a 786. Very nice. I'd like to see that continue to the down. Gold will be interesting. We put those binaries 8 days ago. And then, of course, yesterday, boom, it's popped right back up above my entry. So we'll see. I got till the end of close today to get that back down. Always seems to happen, right? Guess I should have got a 7-day binary, not an 8-day binary. Well, I was worried about the first day of the month, and well, obviously for decent reasons. What do I want to do today? I haven't even really decided. I was pondering this, whether, maybe we'll just do some scalping. I wonder if we're going to have the volatility is a question. Should we trade dollar pairs, euro pairs, yen pairs? Not sure. I'm thinking maybe just skip scalp euro USD. Just, I don't know why not. But looking at these yens here, euro yen, Aussie yen down, CAD yen just starting down, pound yen trying to go up. So it seems to me we have weak commodity currencies. So maybe we could do that. Sell some Aussie. The only problem is Aussie right now is on 75.5. And as we discussed just yesterday, 75.00 is the line in the sand set by Governor Stevens. So I don't know if there's anything more than that. You know, so maybe that is an opportunity for a binary, I guess. I don't know. 15-minute way oversold, still riding the 5. Hourly still riding the 5. 4 hours still riding the 5. So I guess got to stay bearish. Maybe back out on the daily. I mean, there's just nothing here, right? Maybe mark this lower one right there. So why don't we do that? Do you want to sell one more time? I'm a little worried that it's too little too late. Mike, it seems to be about the same. I don't see it as a critical difference at all. Yeah. So, that's what I'm thinking. Should we sell? So I like to look at roll reversal areas, but I like to use moving averages, and I'm a little worried that the 5 is so close. Because very often we want to come back and hit the 21. So if we take a scalp here on the 5-minute chart and it fails, I'll just have to back out for 20 minutes to a half hour maybe, and go find a different one to trade, because then we'll have a higher fractal. And what I mean by that, instead of dropping off of this orange line, it's probably going to come up to this higher area, which gives us some, tons of time. So it's one of these things where you gotta know when to walk away, right? And that's one of those things that I'm suggesting. It's like, if it doesn't fall right here, right now, it might wait maybe even an hour before it heads back down. So, it's either going to, so this is either going to hold or not going to hold, right? 75.50-ish. Okay, so if you're going to scalp with a binary option, you have a couple of choices, and I find that sometimes I'm in between clubs, right? If you're a golfer, it's a low 9 or a long 8, and you're not really sure how to play it. So what you could do is you can go to 60-second scalps, and you can be in a trade actually for 30 seconds. That's the smallest binary, right? Up to about 3 minutes. And 3 minutes is the maximum. And the nice thing about these 60-second style binaries is the minimum is $5, right? What is that, 5 micros, right? If you jump up to let's say a standard level for trading, right? Now you're in longer, like 15 minutes, half an hour, that kind of stuff. So it's 11:40. 11:45 might be available. I think you only got 1 more minute to get that 15 minutes. So that's only 5 minutes, right? Or the next one up, or the next, right? At 12, which is 20 minutes. Those ones are 25. So it really comes down to what you can afford, and so that, if I clicked Aussie dollar short right now in the next 35 seconds, not only have to be in for 5 minutes. So that's where I'm like, if you're trying to keep it so that you're only trading $5 at a time, I mean, you could trade more than $5. The minimum is $5. Then you got to be in it longer. So anyways, so I look at this like 3 minutes is all right for a scalp. It seems to me like 10 minutes would be better. Right? So that's what I'm saying. We're kind of just in there and stuff. But for the sake of practicing, we can play around with this. Are you okay, guys, if we just put down, I don't know, 5 or 10 binary trades? It's not the greatest time of day for this type of trading. You know, I tend to prefer to have more volatility and stuff, but just, I don't know, for you to see it, for something to do on the day before NFP, especially while ECB news is coming out, and, you know, who knows, the market could just be sort of blah, 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 blah. Yeah? All right, so what you should still do is use your technical analysis on the chart. So here I'm looking at a 3-minute binary option for Aussie USD. Okay. And, you know, this is a 5-minute chart here. I'd like to see it overbought, ideally. Or I'd like to hit this orange line, which is old support. It might be resistance now. Okay. I'm also looking at the psych level. Notice here it's 75.55 almost, 54 a third. It concerns me that we dip below 50. So, you know, I don't know. Like I said, not the world's greatest opportunities, but let's just try to have some fun, all right? Okay, so can you see what we're trying to do here? I'm thinking, you know, we might do kind of up to here and then down. Okay. There's a lot of things that I'm concerned about on this trade. I can give you probably more things I don't like about it than I like about it. But there's what else? What else are we doing here? I could look around. Pound dollar, not quite. Let me look around while we wait for this setup a little bit. USD CAD. USD CAD, I'm looking at the daily, and then the 4 hours just turning congruent with, I don't like the moving averages though. We might do some USD CAD. USD yen, 19 and a half. Let's see. 4 hour going down, hour going up. Yeah, it's just not fantastic trades. I'm looking around. There's just not like the fish are not jumping into the canoe. Oh, what was I saying, Ron? Was I saying 3 minutes? I'm sorry. I can't think and chew and talk at the same time. So just always double check, because sometimes when you change the page, it resets to defaults. Aussie dollar expires 300 seconds, $5. Okay, I'm looking at this oscillator, not quite overbought yet. I am happy that it's having trouble right around my orange line. Look how slow these candles are. I mean, really? So again, I'm just kind of looking around. Probably rather sell this around 80 than around 50. You know, USD CAD just might be better. Let's just quickly head over there. Yeah, see, I got some issues with this at the moment. So what I would probably like to do is buy a dip in here, somewhere in there-ish. I'm gonna take this resistance area and then go down to the swing low, basically a double bottom. That's a 382. Yeah, so we'll have to wait on that. Okay, and then this one, the plan would be this. Capiche? So just not the scenario in which I want to buy at the moment. Go back to Aussie. Now, if you guys see a trade that's imminent, where the fish are tapping on the side of the canoe and they're like, let us in, you just let me know. And I'll consider it, I'll mark it up, and maybe we'll throw down the trade. So typically I'd like to see the 5-minute a little more overbought. Another way you can mark this up using similar but different tactics. I guess it's about the same. So anywhere between the 382 and 618. For a sell. Pound gaining some nice strength. We're getting pretty close to a psych level. Why don't we look at selling off the psych level? Perfect, right? Nothing but a scalp. So it helps to have key resistance levels, key psych levels for a scalp, because you're not necessarily a directional trader. You're just taking advantage of short-term fluctuations in price. So let me turn this into, throw down some psych levels. Oh, too much information. There we go. So where are we on this one? So 48.50 is right there if you want to try to sell. And all you're doing is selling it and it would come down a little bit, right? If you're going to try to, I thought this was 49, but it's apparently 48.5. So even that's pretty mediocre. Let's look and see if there's any higher time frame moving averages. Hourly 200, okay, but it's already been touched, so it doesn't really matter to me. 4 hour, it's flat as can be. No moving averages. Look at that. The only moving average I think is useful is that 21, but it's so flat. So I'm looking at the angle and separation between the 21.55 and, well, it's just not that great. Okay. Wow, just maybe that's why I was in that sort of funk this morning. I'm like, what are we going to do? I don't want to set up long-term trades because the long-term trades are going to be based on tomorrow's non-farm payrolls. So maybe we'll just do some scalping, but even now the opportunities are not that great. So maybe sell this because it's top of the range. Well, then I need it a little higher. Let's go back and see if that Aussie is setting up for us. By the way, this is why you have or should have multiple screens, because then we don't have to keep flipping back. I wonder what the Aussie's doing. Right. This is why you should have more than one screen. No, Wyatt, because that would be a guess. I don't guess. Now, I can teach you how to build a model that will spit out some sort of number, but even then, that's a guess. The main reason for it is that government's methodology for calculating the non-farm payroll numbers is nothing but a guess. A small sampling and then some financial engineering or mathematical engineering to come up with an overall number, and then revise as you get more data. I mean, it's a guess, dude, at best. So I have to guess what their guess is. How would I know their guess is? And by the way, I don't think it's the NFP number that matters. What matters is the Fed's response. And if the Fed doesn't care or has already made a decision, then who cares, right? But anyways. All right, so this is a little more elevated. We're going to need to make a decision here. We're getting close to the line. So we're going to pull the trigger on this? You tell me. YJ. YJ's like, oh, it's your money, dude. 3 minutes with this type of vol, it seemed like enough time. Or 5 minutes, I'm sorry, 5 minutes, right? But we'll try it. Boy, just, this is unusually slow. Looking at pound, pound's not quite ready. One thing that's interesting about USD yen is we're on yesterday's low, or very close to yesterday's low. Does that mean we're going to make a lower low today, or are we at the bottom? You understand that logic? If we're on yesterday's low, then we're either going to make a lower low, or we've already hit our low for the day and it's going to go higher. So just for fun, let's move over there. See, I don't know. To me, it's not a scalp, though. I'm looking at it this way. Okay. What's the range? Are we closer to the bottom of the range or the top of the range? So we're at, if we buy it now, we get it at 60. The bottom is 50. So what if you had a 1-day binary? Or a 5 or 6 hour binary? You see what I mean? So one thing I can do here is change this to a USD yen binary. Okay, looks about the same. Dun, 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 dun. So let's do a different one here. When shall it expire? How about at the here, let's try this. A few hours from now. Right, so 3 hours from now, the USD yen 3 hours from now will be worth more money. Let's try it. Okay, there it is. So we'll see. I got it, what, 9 pip off the bottom? Don't need a stop. It's already built in, right? Fine. So that's a 3-hour binary. Let's go back to the Aussie. I'm done, right? There's nothing more I need to do. Okay, looks like my patience is paid off. What have you guys decided to do on this one? Okay, go to a 60-second. Maximum I can do is 5 minutes. Should I do it? Can 10 people tell me to sell? I want you to make the decision. Yeah, no, this is, oh, you're right, thank you. See, I refreshed, right? See, you always got to double check. 300, Aussie dollar, 300, okay. Thank you. One, two, three, four. Only 4 people. Say sell. That's okay. Let's try to catch it slightly higher. One thing I like to do is now, because we're waiting for the 5 to cross, just double check the 1 minute, right? Aussie dollar, da, 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 da. Oops. USD yen binary option. Okay. So, what do you think of the entry? Acceptable? Okay, it expires. That's the only variable now that matters, right? $236 from now. So notice how we started on, smaller time frame, worked our way down to a 5, and then worked our way down to a 1. We also waited almost 15 minutes for it to rise to that 382 Fibonacci retracement. Okay, just about 180 seconds now till expiration. This, again, I think the biggest problem with this trade is we're so close to 75,000. And what I have in the back of my mind is in these scenarios, when the central banker points out a number, it's very rare that we actually head down and touch the number, because what happens is traders start to say, they start to get out a little bit early, and other traders say, look, Governor Stevens says it's worth 75, we're at 75.50, so the maximum downside potential is 50 pips. Upside potential could be 500 pips. So they just start buying as you get close because they think there's a line in the sand, right? Similar to that Euro Swissy trade, right? So who knows? Yes, RPP asks if you can bust out of a position early. Under certain circumstances, yes. What those are, I haven't figured out, but it's no need to get out that early. I know I have in the past. On these smaller trades, it doesn't appear so, but I have on other sort of normal trades, like the other trade that I did, USD yen 3 hour. I believe after an hour or so, if I wanted to get out profitably, I could, or even for a loss. I have gotten out of binary trades at break even. Okay, 80 seconds now to the close of the expiration of this trade. 1 minute till expiration. We're right on 75.50. That's definitely going to be a challenge zone, right? Definitely a challenge zone. But we got 42 seconds left. Oh, what happened? As I'm messing around, did it? Ah, come on, Wayne. Do a good thing, and I'm burning myself here. I was just trying to zoom in so it was easier to see. So I won, and it's gone. I hope you saw that. I know I messed around so much. So we made money. Good trade. You want to do it again? Yeah, high five to you, YJ. Put that in the Porsche 911 fund, right? Sorry I messed that up right at the last second. I was trying to zoom in so it was easier for you to see, but then of course it made things difficult. I'll leave it there, 150%. All right, so what do you want to trade now? Same pair? We're right on that midpoint psych level. Okay, that's going to be a problem. One of the pairs we looked at was USD CAD to go up, and it's moving up. Man, messy charts. I apologize. Okay. It's going up, but I want to buy a retracement. I don't like buying rallies. So I'm not quite ready for this. It might take 2 hours. So, oh well. Take a look at USD yen. That one we're in, we're long. And we're profitable on that one. Maybe check out Euro USD. Yeah, it's falling. It didn't quite get to the midpoint psych level. Ken's talking about the British pound. So I wanted it to get to the midpoint psych level, but even then, just wasn't that great of a trade. So remember, very often it's not necessarily that you're right or wrong. It's the risk associated with the trade. But with lack of volatility and not quite hitting key, support and resistance zones with flat moving averages, it just screams to take a walk. That's what it says to me. So, hey, if pound dollar fell, okay, good, but whatever. There are much better trading scenarios to be in. Maybe not at the moment. Maybe that's one of the better ones. But, we're not paid to trade, right? We're paid to analyze the market conditions, set up a trading strategy that's appropriate for this particular time period, use technical analysis to buy low or sell high, and to manage risk. And if the conditions are not favorable to make money, then you probably should not trade, or trade less, or trade smaller lot sizes, or do what I'm doing. Come in and just say, today, I'm just going to make a bunch of binary trades. And done. Because I've analyzed the market conditions, but changed my behavior. You see what I mean? You need to recognize market conditions and change your behavior. So, for example, a lot of traders trade the same way every single day over and over and over again, and they do well when the market's trending, and they don't do well when the market's moving sideways, and at the end of the year, they're break even. Well, you should probably get better at recognizing the change in market conditions and probably find a way to trade profitably in the range-bound market scenario, or stop trading altogether and wait for a trend and just say, I'm a trend trader. I might have to go 3 weeks without trading, and then suddenly a trend will break out, and I'll not sleep for 5 days in a row. You'll just trade, sell every pullback, buy every dip, just go nuts in the direction of the trend. And then it starts to consolidate, take a week off, go on vacation. At least do something besides banging your head against the wall, right? Sort of like what I'm having Mike do, like flip a coin, just be a bull or a bear, just pick a team. I don't care what it is, how you get there, just pick a team. It's beginning, because it brings in focus, it brings in patience, it brings in discipline. Brings in a particular scenario where you say, all right, I'm a bull today, and so therefore I'm going to look for areas of support in which I might want to buy. That's it. But that seems simple enough, but you need to change your behavior to manifest your strategy versus just sitting down finding a bunch of things to do. Oh, I guess I'll sell it here. Oh, then go buy it there. A more advanced one is to say, all right, what are the market conditions? What is the sentiment of the market? How does the market feel about non-farm payrolls tomorrow? How does the market feel about the Federal Open Market Committee operations and policies, right? And how does this feeling lead to a market? Is the market trending? Is it consolidating? Is it stalled out completely? Is it ready to pop, stop, and reverse? I mean, and then once you've kind of thought about it and analyzed it, then you adapt your behavior accordingly. Okay? Some people figure that out in year 1. Some people figure that out in year 10. As long as you figure it out, right? Okay, let's go back to the pig dog. Now where are we? Are we back at the key psych level? Yeah, there it is, 48. What do you want to do with 48? Do you want to throw down a binary in the opposite direction? It's just a scalp. What do you think? 4804, 48.3. What do you think? Just buy it off the psych level? 5 minutes now, it'll be higher than it is. Yeah, for long. Just buying at the cycle level. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't like this pound versus the dollar. It's just a cycle level. So in 5 minutes, is it going to still be above 48,000,000,000? That's correct. That's correct, Brett. It's all or nothing, Bubba. All right, so it's already jumped 5 pips. You guys are slow on answering. Gee whiz. You cost me my 5 pips. Oh, we've missed it now. Slow as molasses on a cold Georgia morning. All right, well, if you don't want to play. Right, it's not like I say, let's wait for it to get to the cycle level and then buy it at 15 pips above the cycle level, right? Come on, Bubba. Okay. You missed it. Okay, we're at 6 now. Okay, you got to be careful because it's kicking off of the 5E and blah, 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 blah. If I get another shot, do you want me to do it? Yes or no? You're the boss. It's back down to 6. This is why you don't chase price. It was at 12, and I walked away. Now we're back at 5. I want a definitive answer. Yeah? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 people out of 40. 90% of people say don't do it. All right. Guess you won't see it. Easy says no. How about those in favor? How about the nose? Nose bears. Bad news bears. Yeah, I might have missed it. I don't like second chances in these scenarios. We'll see. 5 minutes is almost there. Oh, all right. Hang on. Yeah, I might have missed it now. See, I would have done it when we were at 2 or 3. All right, well, too bad. We'll see if it comes back. It might come back one more time. It's just, I don't know. I wanted it too. No one responded. So we'd be in way down in here, right? So we'll see. I might have missed it. I hate selling US dollar though. By the way, Aussie versus US dollar is going up right now. So we made our money. We shot the rabbit, made our stew, ate dinner, packed up and left. And that money is gone now. Get out of the market and it's gone. We made money out of nothing. Isn't that nice? USD yen or US Aussie dollars now higher but we made our money out of nothing. Should be on this one at 2. But do you see why I was interested? It's a scalp, right? Now, if it comes up a little higher, I might want to sell it. But I suppose that's what scalpers do, right? Daily 5 EMA is up there. You never close your eyes. Yeah, I might sell the top of the next rally. No, Pete, no, they don't. But options need to be offset. It's more like a marketplace. Now, first of all, Trader's Way is an ECN, right? So they don't take the other side of any trade. That's not what an ECN does. An ECN is an electronic matching system. Okay. So in this case, in a binary, if there's nothing in the market, then your trade will be rejected, or you'll get like an error or whatever. Now an ECN usually connects multiple markets together, and that's how that works. Okay. Might have 3 different feeds of trade data coming in real time, and the ECN will match your potential order with another potential order sitting in the marketplace, match you guys up, and you're in. But no, they're not sitting on the other side. They're not selling you options while you're buying options. It doesn't work that way, the way I understand it. Yeah. Yeah, YJ, you contacted their tech support. Wasn't it you, YJ? No, it wasn't YJ. It was Daniel. Daniel, are you in the room? He was hedging a trade. Yeah, like I was telling him, like I was teaching you guys, right? He was hedging a cash position with a binary, and he had some issue with it. I forget what it was. So he contacted Traders Way, spoke to the tech support on the phone. He said they were really nice and professional, and explained how the market works, and that there just wasn't an option or whatever it was, the situation, and just all made sense. And it was all good, and he was very happy. I've worked with a lot of brokers over the years, and tech support is where the sort of the rubber meets the road, isn't it? When you have a trade go wrong. I don't think he had a trade go wrong, but he had a technical question or something like that. But anyways, I've had scenarios where I remember I called up GFT one time when I was with them. This was several years ago, probably, I don't know, 2007, something like that. And I had a trade error, and it was a significant trade, right? And I forgot what it was. Honestly, I can't remember the scenario, but I remember calling them up, and they're like, "No, there's no error." I'm like, "No, dude, seriously, look at this. Just look at it for a second." And they're like, "Okay, we'll research it." And they got back to an hour, and they're like, "You're right. There was an error, and we've added, $5,328 back to your account." I'm like, "Cool, thank you." Like, it was like $5,000, right? And they're just like, "Yep." But I had to push a little bit. But then they were happy to do it, right? I'm like, good, because $5,000 is a lot, on a trade error. was like a trade wouldn't close, or I can't. It was weird, right? Whatever, it happens. And then not far from that, I don't know if it was before or after the GFT scenario. I had a trade error with an FXCM account. I call up the support, the tech guys. I'm like, yeah, something went wrong, and a trade went to hell, and whatever. And their response was, well, that's the risk you take trading on the internet. I'm like, whoa, it was your platform, and they're like, well, that's the risk you take. I'm like, is there anyone I can talk to? And they're like, nope, it's in your terms of service. I'm like, okay. So anyways, I've never had to talk to Traders Way tech support, but Daniel did, who's usually in the room every day, and he said they were great. Took the time to explain it and everything. It was cool. Anyways, this trade is still profitable. I liked it at 2. I almost did it at 3.5 on that second little wave, but I get twitchy when scalping, right? So I say to you guys, you want to get it, and then no one respond, it goes up to 12. I'm like, look, dude, you missed it now. So I guess I just hesitated on the second chance, but second chance, why was there even a second chance? That was pretty lucky. I mean, very often if it goes up to 12 and drops back to 3 all within 1 minute, I don't see why it can't drop to 80, So I liked it at 2 in the first trance and didn't like it much after that. So that's just how it goes. Scalping is not for committee meetings, is it? Like, Yex would be a big winner. Big winner by now. I might have $3 profit. Money. Okay, what should we do? Maybe a USD yen wants to start heading up. There's something on the USD CAD chart. I think it's getting ready to come down, and then we'll get back up. So we're not quite ready there. Let's see. I just can't buy Aussie, so we got to let that rise higher. By the way, Canadian, okay, the news just came out. U.S. trade balance minus 35. Canadian numbers, what is that? 1 billion, negative 1 billion versus negative 2 billion expected. Initial jobless claims 268. Really? Huh. That's really good. Continuing claims 2.3. Wow, those are some good numbers. Earlier today, we got the Challenger report, and it was pretty good too. Does anyone have it in front of them? Challenger 36.6. Last month it was 50. So only 36,000 people laid off, but much lower jobless claims. So good. We've had a rough quarter. Oh, look at the market. Oh, none of these are binary. Look at the market. They're liking it. What does that tell you? It says the employment market is healthy. Fed is going to need to raise interest rates. That's what that said within a nanosecond, right? Wait, where? Oh, that's over there. Hang on. So that would be, yeah, that would be positive for the US dollar. So I'm short right at the psych level, and it looks like a 382 Fibonacci retracement. I got 5 minutes for this to win, I think. $235 to make this good. Seems like a reasonable enough time. Is that all right, Ken? That's good for me, isn't it? I have to the end of the day. But let's watch this, and then we'll flip over and see if I can recover from gold. It was a longer term trade. So let's put this up here. 207 seconds to go. What do you guys think of that one? I'll move this to a 1 minute so it's a little more sensitive. By the way, my USD yen trade is hugely profitable now. I'm price is a million miles away from our entry on the binary option. So it might be winner, 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 chicken dinner today. One 150 seconds to go. What do you stink? Does it smell good? Ka-ching. What, $3.75? I can get a latte. That's right. Fries on the side. Uh-oh, little green, green. No! 120 seconds to go. I would think this would 80 before any hesitation, but I could be wrong. We're on, this is yesterday's 618 Fibonacci retracement. That's why we're having a little problem here at 47.90. This is a bullish buy zone. I just don't think they've got the guts. Right, 90 seconds to go. By the way, our USD yen long position is now about 30 pips in profit. Actually closer to 40. And boom. So that's 3 profitable trades in a row in the last, I don't know, hour. I think we took up too much time. This one will close, and then I think we'll call it a day. 38 seconds. If you're watching this again on the video, let's say on YouTube or something, leave a comment, give a thumbs up. So, sorry we didn't have much else to do, so I just, like I said, we'll just sit down today and just shoot at rabbits, eat some stew, call it a day. Was it helpful in any way? I mean, obviously to me it seems straightforward, but was it helpful at all, even just maybe psychologically? You probably didn't learn anything specific, but boom. All right, so in 1 hour we made 3 trades, and we were 3 for 3, made money on all of them. The last one that's in there is still open. I can't count it. Oh, we need to check gold. Let's do that. Let me just show you this one though. So these are the 60-second trade ones, and is it okay? Oh no, this is the US. So I can get out of this now, right? Someone asked to see that, right? Let's see. I can get out now for 28 bucks, so I'll just do that. Did I miss it? That's so funny. I think it's my PC is so slow when I record these videos and stuff. It's not fast enough to click on apply. Yeah, sorry, it's me. My computer's just too slow. There's processing and recording videos and stuff. But anyways, I can get out of that trade profitably right now. Someone asked about how to get out early, but it can be done. It's just my PC is too slow. Let's move this over. Let's check gold, because that binary position we made 8 days ago. And it is at the end of trading today. And it was profitable all week, and then last night became unprofitable, which is just my luck, right? So we're on our way again, maybe, baby. So here we are. The goal is to get it back below 1,200 in the next. What is it, 5:30 or something? It closes. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, I got several hours here, and we might be making a lower low. And if so, if the news came out today and it just says to the world, buy dollar, because the continuing claims were a good number, the initial claims were a good number, the challenger was, you know, less layoffs than last month. I mean, so, you know, pretty good numbers around the board. So some people might just be betting the Fed's going to like this, and they're going to raise interest rates in June. Whatever, dude. But all I care is if that means dollar strong today, the standard relationship between gold and dollars, that they're opposite of each other, inversely correlated. So if the dollar's strong today, gold should drop. I'm already short. And yesterday's move maybe was a first day of the month blip. Look at this. I was profitable all week, and then look at this. Boom, 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 boom. So maybe we just continue mission, but all I need to do is close underneath these green lines, which are basically just below 1,200, and I'll get fries. Well, I guess in this case it's $275. So. You know, so I'll make a $250 profit on that. So I guess it won't be a Kentucky Fried Chicken dinner. I think that'll be sizzler if we get that one done. So anyways, thanks for hanging with me, guys. Appreciate you being on my team. Thank you for being clients of Traders Way. And I'll see you tomorrow at fxstreet.com for, like, what is it, the 108th Trade Non-Farm Payrolls live event. And I'm already looking forward to it. I'm tickled pink. I'm all fuzzy inside. And yes, for those that celebrate Easter, may it be a good Easter. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average.